up, Teddy? Jason, what's going on? Stone. You and Jason was racing for it, man. What up, 03? Dadgum, was y'all just watching and waiting or what? What up, Jay? Trucker, what's going on? Uh-huh. Who tipped you off? This was top secret. Was it a White House leak? Uh-huh. Catching up on the videos. I hear you, old 3. Keep your eyes on the wheel. I know. It was a confidential leak and you can't tell who it was. But it must be true. Don't get me started on that. Yellow pudding there, Sea Hill. Did you destroy the server and use that bleach clean? And I understand. No, you didn't. You're a Bill Cosby fan. You like Jello because he goes wiggle. I bet you even pull a wiggle wagon because it reminds you of Jello wiggling down the road. Uh-huh. What up, Brewster Cruiser? Not really. They threatened us with a whole bunch yesterday, but it didn't materialize. Good thing. I got a new AC unit yesterday put in at the house. Well, that should have made you cry. But there was a good side to it. My wife's sister-in-law's uncle does AC work. He's been taking care of our AC for the last 5 years. Damn stand-up guy, too. Well, he snatched up his brother and his helper, and they came over yesterday and did it and gave us a hell of a discount. I hear you. Well, the AC was still working, but it was getting so old that come next year or whenever, you wouldn't be able to get the stuff for it. We had a Freon leak. Cars and dogs, I hear you. That's pretty heavy now. Used to go to Hickory quite often. Picked up furniture not too far out of there. Boy, them furniture loads were sweet. Those were light. I normally haul them out to Salt Lake City. Majority of the time, that's where they went. It looks like it, except me. I ain't doing typos. That's why I do live streams, so I ain't got to do all that damn typing. I went ahead and left the house tonight. First drop is in Lake Charles. That's 28 miles down the road. I wasn't going to stop here. I need to fuel the Loves. One of the biggest Loves I've ever seen. It's here in Benton, Louisiana. And they had all kinds of parking. I know where I'm going, they have parking. But I got a little stomach virus that may cause me to have to run in that building, may cause me to have to cut y'all off short. We'll see how that works. And humid, muggy. Well, I got the truck idling. It's only 83. The truck don't idle under 85. Got out and did a little mowing today. Well, it started last night, actually. No, it wasn't Ethan Allen. I'm trying to remember who it was. We picked up at a truck company and took them out there. I'll think of their name in a minute. They got two names on there, or two names to make their company name. They got the red trucks. They have wiggle wagons and straight trucks. Oh, I hear you. I sent you made a comment on one of your posts. I asked you if you went and got them chairs in that barbecue, did you? Did you kick back and really enjoy your time, or did you stay in that damn truck? Man, I almost had named that company too. What up, Joseph? I'm just watching these trucks hot rod through here. I think this is a NASCAR big truck track. Hey, dude, all right, Stone. That's the way to do it. See, now that's a touch of old school, son. Now, I still got my two chairs over here. I don't care barbecue anymore, but I got my two chairs over there. I got a tripod down here for that I handle both of these, the phone and the tablet. Just in case I ever get time and set up with someone, I can kick back and relax. I do the, what's it called? Blue Parrot. Best one I found out there. And I did not get my tablet stuff going. I started on one of them. I was going to swap tablets with Grandma, and she was going for it reluctantly, and then she put her foot down and said, no, I want to keep my tablet. Okay. I didn't go into Walmart to get a new card for mine. So I started trying to set the Apple up, that iPad. Got two computer guys that was saying they would help me with it, and they both got distracted and couldn't. See, now you just said you was catching up on my videos. Make up my mind. How far back were you? How behind were you? And some of these live streams have got to be pretty long, eh? And hours get to be short anymore. Uh-huh. Did you watch that one, the right one? I got several comments and phone calls on that one. I got to crank that AC up one more notch. Turn this vent on me, which I don't normally do. My electronic log is being stupid. Firing it up today. Right now it's 85. But I throw a rag over my Bluetooth or over my tab. Damn, I'll get it straight. My ELD and my GPS keep the sun from being directly on them. But I got in and the ELD was saying, oh, I'm a sissy, it's too hot. Oh, it ain't been wanting to do what it's supposed to do. I didn't worry about it. I had trucking to do. I came on with it. Oh, I understand, Stone, especially as long-winded as my people get. Me, I'm short-winded. I ain't got nothing to say, but boy, do my subscribers. Yeah, I probably should. Back in the day, I did. I wish they'd just get some real ELDs in here. This tablet nonsense sucks. But I won't get that until like March when I get my new truck. To me, it's Rand McNally. And you want to get the bigger one. There's a lot of drivers that download different apps on their phones that they use. And there's some trucker apps out there for your phone. The problem is, you get some places where you lose signal and then now you're beat. Very rarely does that actual GPS lose a signal. And if it does, it usually keeps going until it gets it back. It goes off memory. But I got, what is it, a 5 or 6 inch, 7 inch, whatever it is. I got the bigger one. It ain't the tablet. It's the one down from it. Well, if you get the good one like this one's around $500, $400, $500. You get the smaller ones if you're young enough and you got good eyesight. You get that little 3-inch one. But it's kind of hard to see when you get old and Needing reading glasses. What up, Michael? I mowed the front of your place today. Well, I mowed part of it last night, part today. Well, that's true, Jay. And I have one. Well, mine ain't laminated. I quit buying laminated. They wore out. They didn't ever wear out. And then the roads started getting updated, and I hated spending $50 back in the day on a laminated one. But I still carry Rand McNally. The thing is with some road experience, that GPS does fine. Now those that don't have road experience, that GPS will get them in trouble. Yeah. Where'd you make it to, Michael? Make it to the yard and back out today? Oh, it'll be another Peterbilt. That's pretty much all this guy buys anymore. He did have a mixture of Peterbilts, Kenworths, and Volvos. Those are the three dealers within a certain mile radius. And if people ordered trucks and didn't pick them up, or they gave a hell of a deal, he'd buy any of the three. Well, then he started buying 5 at a time type deal. And he knows I'm a big Kenworth fan. He told me that Kenworth just wouldn't work with him, give him price. Peterbilt was giving him the best price. Hard to argue with that. You know, business is business. But the Kenworths he was getting, they was plastic Kenworths, just like these are plastic Peterbilts. So, you know, what the hell? Oakley, Kansas. What's up in that? JJ, yes sir, I'm in Louisiana. I'm going to be in your area, but I ain't got no time until I leave New Orleans. I'm going to run New Orleans back over to Lake Charles. No, I don't, that's going to be I-10 across there. I don't know how far off I-10 you are. Well, they'll be way later in the afternoon. I got like 5 or 6 drops and pushing 400-mile radius. Don't know if I know Mittens. One big old TA I used to go to down there. I stopped there twice, but they looked like an old 76, big old building. And it was kind of right in the heart of some little podunk town. Actually, it was kind of a pain in the butt to get in there. I'm over here at Benton, exit 7 on I-10, way over here by Texas line. I'll be going by that place that you and I have tried to hook up at over there in Baton Rouge. But I ain't going to be there very long. I got to turn and burn every chance I can. Then I got to pick up in Lake Charles Tuesday morning. So after leaving New Orleans, I'll have a little bit of time. I don't know how much will be left on my 14 or any of that. So you let me know how far off I-10 you are. I don't know, Michael. It's been too long ago. This ain't a broker, and I'm pushing me. This is one of our regular loads, and we deliver when we deliver. We don't have, there's only a couple places, one in Grapevine, Texas, and one out in California. Well, one in California isn't our brake drums, that's that fiberboard. But we really only got like one or two places that we do appointments. Rest of first come, first serve whenever you get there. But I want to be set up, pick up first thing Tuesday morning. I don't want to be delivered in New Orleans Tuesday morning. I want to be over by Lake Charles where I pick up. TY, what's up? Well, welcome to trucking. Oh, I'm sure it is. I didn't pay no mind. That sounds like it, Michael. Lake Charles. That's what I'm saying. I empty out New Orleans and then I go to Lake Charles to pick up. And then I'll head up to the yard or to Tulsa. They'll probably have me deliver this one. What company you with, TY? Was it their fault, your fault, or the broker's fault? Or was it a Walmart load? It ain't too often that I ask for time off, but I asked for some time off coming up. And they can't get me home late. If they do, my CDLs will expire. It is always the driver's fault, unless it's Walmart. I guarantee you it ain't never the company's fault. The company always puts it on someone else, and the driver always blames the company. Well, that's cool. Oh, dude, you don't want to do Walmart. I had them guys at my house yesterday, and there's several truck drivers associated with their family. So we got talking about it, and I got to tell them about Walmart. That just blew them away. Well, that ain't quite true, Michael. You go home once in a while, just not often. We're talking about Walmart DC stuff. Oh, damn. Well, I couldn't hardly stay awake getting over here. Now I parked up, I ain't too bad. I got a case of the yawns. Called Grandma, talked to her. Damn if she didn't start yawning. Told her to go to bed before she put me to bed. She made me a couple good meals while I was home. Did a, what was it, a chicken and broccoli alfredo or whatever. Then tonight she did me a mushroom pork chop. That's pretty good. Yep. I don't think much of them inboard cameras. I think if they're using inboard cameras, they should only use it on drivers they're having problems with. If that computer they got in their truck tells them that they're driving stupid, can't stay in their lane, tailgating people, they're getting phone calls on them, those people need an inboard camera. But I'm a firm believer, if you ain't got none of that on your record, then it's an invasion of privacy. That's just my feeling. I can also tell you that me personally, I won't drive for a company that has them. This company was going to do them and put them in a couple trucks. And the owner found out that he's fixing to lose a bunch of his old drivers. He can't afford to lose his old drivers. The new drivers coming in ain't good enough to do what's got to be done. They don't know how to keep that left door shut and keep truck pouring it down the road. All right, JJ, shoot me that in a message. If I remember correctly, you and I swapped phone numbers. Shoot me that in a text. Otherwise, I will not remember, and we'll miss each other again. But you shoot it to me in a text, and I'll try to shoot you a text when I'm leaving New Orleans. Well, how far is that out of New Orleans? Give me some kind of guesstimation. Oh, mine only goes like 70. When we get to new ones, the cruise will be 68 and on the floor will be 70. Well, Anthony, if you've got a clean record and all that since 2008 with them, or however long you've been with them, they shouldn't be turning it on in your truck. Now, if you're getting a new truck and it comes automatically and they leave it turned off, which I don't know if you can tell if it's on or off or not. That's one thing. I know a lot of them are set up where they only come on if you have to do a sudden brake or a sudden maneuver. And then it's always on, my understanding, and they'll back up and record the last 3 or 4 seconds before that sudden maneuver. I don't want one in my truck, period. Point blank, I don't want it. I ain't dealing with it. As much as I like this company and they get me home and everything I've asked for, damn good situation I'm in, I'm like you, that's a deal breaker. I'll go find somebody else. About an hour west of New Orleans. Well, if it can't climb a hill, dude, that 80 ain't much worth a damn. If you're running out to California from Virginia, I'd rather have one run 72 and climb a hill. That's just me. But I don't worry about running 80 and all that stuff anymore. Used to run a lot faster than that. I don't do it no more. Yeah. Well, the problem is, Teddy, is that these companies think they know trucks. And they tell that factory or the whoever's setting them up, they tell them how they want them set. And they won't listen. If they would talk to the whoever the manufacturer is, to their techs, they can, with that computer, they can set it up with the right RPMs, depending upon your rear end and all this, where you can still run 80 and you'd still climb a mountain. But they just don't listen. That's my opinion. Now our trucks do pretty good. Michael, yours pull pretty good. And now we come out of the yard heavy. I mean, right now I'm 78,000. And that was with a half tank of fuel. Well, we come out pretty heavy. And once the truck's warmed up and I'm rocking and rolling, oh, it'll slow down a little bit on the hill. It's a big truck. But it still climbs pretty damn good. Now, I don't pull the mountains out west like Michael does. And we're fixing to get these new automatic 12 speeds. And Michael and I both have talked about that. We're hearing good things about them. I'll be glad. That's what our company used to do, Teddy. And he used to get some pretty good deals on them. Oh, Michael, I got like 5 drops. Every one of them says on there, driver does not tailgate. Or driver does not assist. Is yours doing the same? So evidently that FedEx reject, well, yeah, it's going to be gutless then. Because they don't haul heavy. Evidently that new deal they're doing is working in our favor. And I'm fine with that. I wish they had done it about 4 months ago before all this heat hit the summer. That would have been sweet. Warwick! I've been thinking about you, buddy. How the hell you doing? Been on vacation again or what? Been on a walkabout, seeing how many beers you can drink with all your old mates? Oh yeah, I've been in automatic for a couple years now. I love them. I'm going to do my best not to go back. Alright, good, JJ. I appreciate the homework. Alright, Stone, good for you. I'll teach you a little bit old school before you know it. Next, you're going to be having to do poppers. You can do poppers on that damn grill too. And don't tell me you don't do poppers. Ah, okay. I hear the no internet. That's fine, JJ. I'm hoping we can make it happen this time. Like I said, after I leave New Orleans, I hope to have an hour or so we can visit. If I do, we'll do a live stream or at least a video. I bet you did surprise me. Now, have you ever put boudin in them? We've done different meat mixtures than we put in them. But boudin in a popper is pretty damn good too. And do you know how to make armadillo eggs? Armadillo eggs are good. Key, what's going on? Well, thank you for subscribing and welcome to the live stream. I do live streams almost every night, and Central Time it's usually 9, 10 o'clock. Ain't none of that wrote in stone, but turn the little bell on and it'll notify you. Hopefully you're learning a lot from the videos, or at least enjoying them. All right, Michael, good night. Yeah, the armadillo eggs is a little bit of work, but they're worth it in the long run. Oh, I like Trucker Jim. I met him. He's all right, feller. We got to visit a little bit. He's still a little bit green behind the ears, a little wet behind the ears, but he seems to have a decent head on him. I've not been watching a lot of his videos, so I can't comment on them. Night, Michael. You out, Stone? Good night, buddy. Glad you get a little touch of old school in you. Alright. Take it easy, Warwick. Thanks for letting me know you're alright, man. I was concerned. And it's a damn sure long distance call calling you. Oh, Lordy. Well, of course, Bugs Bunny and all them. Then we had Speed Racer. Lord, I don't even remember them all now. The Three Stooges. Little Rascals. Bunch of stuff like that. You know, and it wasn't really all cartoons, you know, Lassie and Ren and Tintin and the Lone Ranger, and those were all kid shows. Then as you got a little bit older, you had the Bowery Boys and Abbott and Costello. Now they was one of my favorite theaters. Only thing I tell you about SpongeBob is I scroll right past it. The grandkids didn't like having it on when Grandpa came in because it damn sure got turned on. And I've gone to truck stops where they have that stuff on. I'm like, really? I ain't gonna be up too late with y'all tonight. I hope to get me some sleep. Still got to finish putting my stuff away back there. Oh yeah, Green Acres. I still sing that song once in a while riding around on my little lawnmower. Can't help it. Beverly Hillbillies. I Love Lucy. Oh, dadgummit. Honeymooners. Then a little later in life, we had Laverne and Shirley, Happy Days. Do y'all remember when Walt Disney had their thing on every Sunday night? Well, that's what Michael does. He lives out of his truck. Yeah, it is a mess. I'm waiting on you to clean it, JJ. Cher, what did they call it? Sonny and Cher is what they called that. What up, Steve? From what I hear, now I have got a little bit of conflicting stories on Schneider, but I've had a couple different people that have told me supposedly how the Schneider training goes, and it sounds pretty damn good. You got, after your school, you get your CDL and you start with them. You've got like 3 weeks of orientation is my understanding. A week of classroom stuff, teaching you how to work their Qualcomm and whatnot. A week out on the backing range with a trainer, maybe going out on a truck with one, I ain't sure. Then another week in class. But from what I'm hearing, they're training you pretty damn good. And in today's trucking world, it's hard to get good training. So at this point, until I hear differently, I would tell you to go with it. And I would appreciate it if you would let me know the truth about what happens during their training, so that I'm not giving out bad information out here. You know, like I can't guarantee you what I'm telling you, but if you'll come back and let me know, then the next ones that are asking, I can tell them, well, Steve went there and he said this. Fair enough? Yeah, I know, JJ, you lazy cuss. You want to run from Swift, dude. Don't even think about Swift. No, Teddy, it ain't what you want to make of it. The training that you're getting when you come out of school with these companies is the foundation of your trucking career. Just like Stone that was on here a while ago, and just like Nomad, they wanted to get a good training, and the last thing they got was a good training. They have lousy trainers where they were. They thought they was getting trained good until they actually came out on their own, and then they found out that they got jacked around and was used just to make miles for the trainer. So no, it ain't a matter of what you make it. And if you're just coming out of CDL school, you don't have a clue what you're going to be getting trained or what you should be getting trained. So, no, you do need to do a little homework and make sure who you're going to has a name. Alright, well, cool. But of course, that's all my opinion. But then again, it's my channel, so I guess I get to give my opinion. Damn truck driver, see how I am? Oh, not no more. I have been, yes. But not no more. Owner-operator is not for me. I did good at it when I did it, don't get me wrong. But that was because of the backing I had. I had a friend of mine that has some money, and he had offered to back me if I ever needed it. I had a son and a nephew that were mechanically inclined, and they both worked on big trucks, and they both would work on mine, and I would have to force them to take money. But you're married to that damn truck. I tell you now, you're married to it. Don't expect to have no time off from it. I hear you now, Steve. If you put your stuff in storage, you make sure you talk to them storage people. You also need to find out if they're going to work with you a little bit if you're running a week or two late. Because that's very likely to happen in the beginning. You know that. So, if you can afford to pay 2 months in advance and then automatically pick up on next one, so you always got that other one rolling forward, you'll be alright. But I know people that have lost their stuff in storage doing what you're doing. Well, that's true, Teddy. If you go there with a bad attitude, but if you go there with a bad attitude, why are you going? You know what I mean? Of course, in this day and age of this younger generation always being mad, I don't think they can go to a job with a good attitude. I'm so tired of all these kids are always being mad. Yep. Well, some of that was back before all this modern technology. So, JJ, did you just send me a message? You've talked to them, dude. Get it in writing if you can. Send them an email. Get them to respond to you in the email. That ain't for me. You're doing homework for us. Now get it straight. Well, hell, there's the issue. He's 60 and grumpy. Hell, I'm 58 and grumpy. I'm sure there'll be people that would say I'm hard to get along with. Hell, on this channel, I've had them call me racist and a hater and everything else, so, you know. Well, and that's the main thing, Steve. When you're out there training, you got to remember the golden rule. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth. So listen more than you talk. And when you do talk, make it worthwhile. Don't be rambling. If you got a serious question, if you don't understand, ask the man. goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Well, that's a fact, Teddy. That's a fact. Good Lord tells you that too. He who has ears, let him listen. Let him hear. That son of mine that is the computer tech behind this YouTube stuff, because it sure ain't me. Growing up, you could see it in his eyes when I was talking to him. Instead of listening to what I'm trying to tell him, he was already thinking about a comeback or a different way to do stuff. Now that he's gotten older and he's up in his mid-30s, and he comes across people that do the same thing to him, he's finding it very aggravating. I told him that was nice. Glad to get it. He's getting a little dose of what he gave me. He might be an old cowboy. He wants to die with his boots on. 11 people and 10 likes. My oh my. We almost got it right. Should be 11 and 11. Oh, so somebody loved to make it 10 and 10. Well, folks, I'm about to get off here. Anybody got any last minute questions before I get off? I'll give you a few seconds to type it out. Oh, Grandma's honours, I'll get out. He's a redneck. He's from West Virginia. I understand. Yeah, Grandma went to bed early on me today. Uh-huh. I had a buddy of mine that was from Virginia. I was always teasing him about being from my God, West Virginia. Oh, she hears me say it all the time, JJ. Oh, wow. That's a two-way street. I can tell you now. And it depends on what issues you're having with who. Once again, you're to that listening and hearing. If they will listen to you and hear what you're telling them, just be honest with them and tell them you got communication problems. But that's only going to work with a wife and kids. The brothers, sisters, and cousins are going to blow you off. Yeah, he still got his cough, but he's still getting around. Putting on weight with them steroids. Driving Grandma nuts. Them steroids makes him antsy as all get out. And he don't know what he wants, and Grandma don't know what he wants. He thinks she ought to be able to read his mind, and she can't seem to read doggy minds. I told her yesterday, she's getting frustrated with him. I said, there'll be the day that you'll be wishing you had him around to frustrate you. She agreed. Oh no, she got that puppy dog for that. Both of them. Only the old man is really getting rough. I don't know how much longer he'll last, but she's making his life as comfortable as she can. He's been her great protector for 15 years. Oh, goodness. Alright, folks, I'm going to get off this rascal. Y'all remember, the good Lord loves you. So do I. JJ, talk with me tomorrow, brother. In this day and age, you need a CB, but I wouldn't be running it. I got an old Cobra 29 in here. You need them for accidents, shippers and receivers. Although shippers and receivers ask you and write down your phone number more than they'll holler on the CB. But they are good to have for wintertime driving, for accidents and whatnot. I recommend having one. I don't recommend listening to it all the time. It'll make you go crazy. But that's just me. Alright, folks, I'm off here. I'll try to catch you tomorrow night. Maybe late afternoon. Maybe me and JJ get to go live. Oh, hell, I don't know. I ain't real worried about it. I've got several of them at the house. Alright, Steve, good luck over there with Schneider, brother. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Teddy. But see, he still has one. That's the whole thing. It is a tool. And you're only going to get out of it what you put into it. So I wouldn't go put no big money into any of them. Oh. Now, I know, JJ, you get up about 10 o'clock. I hope to have a couple of them kicked off by then. All right, everybody. Good night. God bless.